So now we're going to talk about child support and dealings with that. Okay, so what are your questions?
Well, how is child support determined?
Okay, in the state of California, we have an actual calculation that's crazy to understand, and attorneys and judges can't do. So we actually use software, and I use the software that the court uses, either DissoMaster, which is what I use, or they use Support Tax. And that is determined by this. We look at two things. What is the percentage of time that you share with your spouse with the child rearing and the child custody? And what is your net income and what is her net income? So we look at those two issues and we put that in to the DissoMaster. We put in your gross income per month, and then we put in all your tax deductions, and it spits out a number of child support. And that child support is what you would have on a temporary level, and it can change depending on, let's say you change the schedule where one parent has more time with the children, then that will change. But both parents have a duty to support their children. And if one is a lower wage earner, then the higher wage or income earner pays the lower income earner. And so that's child support lasts for until the child is 18 or 19 and still enrolled in high school, or emancipated, or if they get married, or if they pass on. But that is the term of child support. In mediation, sometimes parents will agree to a certain percentage of their income to help support through college or through some kind of training for their children until age 21. But there is no requirement to support your children after they turn 18 unless there's some kind of disability.
What do we do about health insurance and extra activities?
Okay, that's another good point. Health insurance is really important, and the court wants to see what you're doing. And so the parent who has health insurance at a less expensive than the other parent is going to be ordered by a court to provide that health insurance. And if it's free or low cost, then that parent will be assigned it. If neither parent has it, then they will share, usually proportional to income. And we determine proportional income by looking at your gross income minus child and spousal support, or your gross income plus child and spousal support. And then we do a comparison and work out a percentage that way.
So how does spousal support work and affect our circumstances?
Well, let me go back for a minute because I forgot to tell you about extra activities. So for extra activities, you usually pay proportional to income. For example, if you have private schooling, if you have sports activities, whatever it is like that, you're going to pay proportional to income that will determine. And again, I should say this as well, the court wants to put the children in a relationship that is a healthy one. So if there is an unhealthy relationship, that may affect child custody and the time that you're with the child. The child also has the opportunity to go into chambers and talk to a judge, which we don't do in mediation, but we sometimes have to have a child talk to a psychologist to make sure that the child is comfortable with the arrangement. But I think we'll come back to talk about spousal support because that's a really important issue that might take a little bit longer. Okay?